We'll do is we'll call it off, and then.
Cheetah.
Are you doing an exhibition?
I don't mind playing him for a bit, but I'm.
Aye.
Fighters approaching Fortress of Solitude.
Aye.
Because if it also is going bad with me as well, then it may possibly be Lordrak. Again, I'm at 65 ping, so you know it's most likely not that.
Right. Well, Cabal's just saying he's actually had better connections with Russians than he has with Lordrak.
It's an interesting statement to make.
I mean, I don't have my ping counter on, but to my eye at least, this looks fine. I wouldn't say it's like offline, but it looks fine. I don't know how you...
Yeah, this is fine. It's Cabal that's probably got the issue and doesn't realise it.
Aye. Yeah, I mean... Cabal's internet might be... I'm not saying his internet's crap, but I say he might have some wee issues that does happen. Or maybe the power of Kryptonians just decided to disable the internet, I don't know.
Could have been. Quite difficult to talk and play at the same time.
That's alright.
It's a very strange matchup, this. Cheetah has no way of consistently punishing Supergirl for her flaws.
Yeah.
So, whereas a lot of characters, like, with 6-frame normals into combo status, can really abuse the fact that she's super unsafe.
Yeah,
Cheetah can't. So, she has this thing where it's such an unusual matchup. And as you can see, Lordrak's just trying to play it safe, try and use, because she does have a pretty good down two, just trying to keep me out the air, keep me grounded as best he can. Cheetah she out damages Supergirl in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like this is a battle of no neutral at all versus very good neutral, but I think at the same time, if Cheetah does get in and knock her down, it's party time, isn't it?
Pretty much, but she's like that for a good deal of characters, you know. But Cheetah's whole game plan, although she's a very interesting character, her whole game plan relies on being quite unsafe in a way.
Yeah. Well,
she doesn't really have a safe way to approach a game. It's, you know, all the command grabs are unsafe, and when you play somebody with experience in the matchup, like a training partner who's played for quite a while, they start to punish, you know, your whiffed command grab attempts. Whereas at first you'll see a lot of Cheetah players getting away with murder. People just don't know what's going on. They don't understand. But once you get used to the matchup, you kind of start thinking, hang on a minute, he's just whiffed the command grab there. That's a full combo. That's a full combo punish.
Yeah. I think as well, when you kind of, you know, to begin with, it is very easy to get overwhelmed by Cheetah.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's super good.
Yeah.
But she's also super unsafe. So it can either go absolutely amazingly in your favour, or it's an extremely rough ride. Nice block there from. He didn't really punish though. Maybe still not too many people playing Cheetah as well, so people are. Oh wow, that was an interesting cross up.
I think as well with Cheetah, when you do really kind of break it down and study the matchup, I think the best way to kind of look at it, that a lot of her game really is just pounce and kind of hope for the best, isn't it? And
she only has in the neutral lunge and dive kick. There are only specials, so to speak. So when you kind of put it down to that, yeah, she really is only that, because that's all she has to work with. It's like, obviously her dashes might as well be a special move. I tried to do a down 3 there, so you can down 3 some of it, and maybe I got lucky.
Dolphin saying, is Cheetah high risk, high reward? Definitely.
She's high risk, high reward, but she's also... I don't know, I don't even know if it's high reward or not in this game, because when you've got characters like Black Adam, her damage doesn't look that impressive, but she definitely outdamages characters like Supergirl. Yeah. Hugely so. And also, when I was talking about exploiting Supergirl's gaps, I was talking about things like... I could have just ended the game. I just don't... I am not a good Injustice player. That was over. When she does anything into Ice Breath, there's a gap, and if you play Wonder Woman, Supergirl's gonna eat, you know, anything up to 40-50% of her health for trying it. I played this matchup quite a little bit with Regan as well, and we both agree that we would say that Cheetah wins this matchup, and it's just purely on the notion of Cheetah just outdamages her.
Right. I think where if Supergirl can't zone...
Those routers a chicken nugget with a battery in it.
I think Cabal's connection is getting blown up. RZA described it as Malaysian Airlines.
Possibly.
But yeah, I think Supergirl on paper is very good, but I think a lot of it is situational and circumstantial, isn't it? If she zones you out, yeah, she's great. If she gets you in the corner and gets the mix going, she's great, but you don't always get those situations in this game. And
well, every time she does down one into Ice Breath, back one into Ice Breath, back 1-2 into Ice Breath, there's a gap where a 6-frame normal can slip in between the normal and the Ice Breath, and the normals are also unsafe. So, you know, I talk about Cheetah being high risk. Every time a Supergirl goes for, I think it's back 1-2 into Frost Breath, she's actually got a punishable gap against a lot of characters. So if you've got a 6-frame normal like Superman, you can do, you know, down one rising grab, you can do down one into Frost Breath, and top players are going to exploit that. So you have to be really aware of your options as a Supergirl player. And you can't just throw it out against someone who, like there, for instance, if I was Wonder Woman, I could have done down 1-2 in between, full punish. The reason why you won't see me going to lunge stance too much in this matchup is just because the lasers are so fast that you end up just getting knocked out full screen. It's better to just block sometimes instead of just... There's some matchups where you could just go lunge stance, lunge stance, lunge stance, but in this one, there's a lot of times where you're taking a little bit of a risk and then... Oh wow. Went to the late wake up there. Got hit by the restand. Nice whip punish.
Lordrak is super patient as well, isn't he?
It's how you play this matchup. You see a lot of people that just sort of don't play patiently and don't walk backwards against Cheetah. But it's actually how you play the matchup.
That is one thing that is quite good as well. Like, he did stand for any low laser, which I didn't know until last night, the true block string. Which is, you know, I mean, that's pretty good. I think especially for someone like Cheetah, you know, if you want to kind of keep her on her toes. The chip out!
I could have tried looking lasers and 350 MS. Nah, you're not going to.
Power wins.
I could have blocked, push block there, but again, I'm still not kind of, although I'm familiar with what the mechanics are in this game, just putting them into practice just doesn't feel natural yet.
Yeah.
But that was a lost game. That was a lost game.
Cheetah, Power Girl.
So Cheetah also excels on background bounce maps, especially small ones, because she can then get essentially meterless launchers into command grabs. It's just some. She's got great mix-up strings, so being able to abuse them into background bounces is obviously very useful. See, that wasn't real, that there. I tried to down one between it. I assume Supergirl gets actually even worse offline than she is online, which is an interesting thing in itself.
Oh,
I got him.
3. Oh, nice.
Oh, I tried to catch that.
Very nice. So, in your qualified opinion, you know, what matchups does Cheetah really excel? Which matchups does Cheetah really struggle?
So it's actually a really weird one. Any matchup where the character doesn't have a good down 2, they're going to struggle against Cheetah. So, but then there's some characters that have bad down 2s that have excellent space control. So a good example is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman batters Cheetah because she's got excellent space control, and Cheetah has no good range or normal. So in a matchup where I'm just here because I'm +4, I'm just basically I'm doing 1-1 into down 3 because it's kind of like a 50-50 between the overhead and the low, and I'm getting 3 damage from it. He'll learn eventually, and then he'll duck, and then that command grab will hit him, but he's too far away at the moment. So Cheetah does really well against Catwoman. She does really well against pretty much Deadshot and things like that. She does quite well against, which is surprising because you'd think they'd zone her out. But he doesn't actually have the best down 2 in the world. Having said that, though, Deadshot's still a monstrous character, so it's not the worst thing ever. I'm just gonna break her.
One I do know, and I don't. Again, this is just my opinion. I've been playing a lot of the character, and I don't know how you feel about it. But I think I don't know if I would use the word destroys, but I would say she comfortably beats Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
I think that matchup is really bad for Fate.
She's a hard counter to Dr. Fate, actually. There's really not much Fate can do. He can win though. I tried to meter burn for 3 and I got a forward dash. The game was over at that point.
The thing in that matchup, I think Fate badly relies on his traitor.
You make my skin crawl.
And it's just basically a case of out damage her rather than try and keep her away. But therein lies
she
the
also
problem.
beats Rod, I've heard, which is another character you play, but I'm not. That was a bit fake. Yeah, so apparently she beats Rod, but I'm not too sure about that one. I'd have to.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh no, he got me.
I don't know about beats. I think it's an ugly matchup. I can tell you that. But unfortunately, I don't play Grodd as much anymore. My patience kind of ran out with him. Omega K is unfortunately just about the same way.
Ponkster's matchup XP. Nah, Zorro, you're free. Zorro's free. She kind of struggles against Atrocitus. I will admit that. She doesn't have an option to stop him from just ploughing on forward into when he has Dexter up. Like some characters, like Catwoman, he's got to be careful to jump back with. There's other characters that have things that can sort of contest it. However, it's not. I still think meter burn forward 3 is actually really good against Atrocitus, and also he's got a really bad wake up game, so she can still like win against Atrocitus. She just has to really. I anti-heavy me too soon then. Panicked. Can you see how he's ducking now? I need to get my spacing right. It's a new thing we're trying to do where you do 1-1 into the low grab, but I'm still trying to get the spacing right for it. I've already conditioned look that overhead. Oh. So he's already ducking the 1-1-2 string. And that's punishable.
Your flesh will taste sweet.
Nice down 2. But again, like Cheetah seems pretty high, but ultimately it's a lot of just jumping and stuff. But she's really good form. What? Oh my god. Good blocking time, that just punished that dash. She's gonna do the restand.
Oh nice. Good fish. Oh I know that.
Oh, that goes over her head. And as you can see here, Lordrak's not down 2 in anti-airs, he's just down and this will be something he's gonna have to get used to. He's quite literally just down 2ing anything from me. That's plus, I need to expose that.
I can juggle an 18-wheeler.
So what he's doing is, instead of like looking for a legit jump forward, he's just down 2ing whenever he sees anything, and that will get him like pretty much blown up against a much better player than me, because they'll be baiting that out, they'll be looking for it, and they'll be looking to expose it. Probably with a down back 2 in the air. Nice.
Oh, me a one back. Oh wow. I think that's the first teleport I've seen from Lordrak, he's not.
He's not enforcing his teleport game. It's like with Melina as well. It can seem scrubby to teleport, but right from the off you should at least throw a couple of them out just to say, yeah, I've got this tool, you need to be thinking about it, and it opens up other avenues of your game that you wouldn't expect. Even if it gets blocked, I've not had to think about teleport because he's not done it. You know, he's done it on Wake Up a couple of times, but I want to try and super him, but she's got nothing to whiff. Oh, she could have whiffed that.
Oh,
wonder if this will work.
Oh, no!
No!
Oh no!
That'll do. I'll take that one.
Oh, that was ugly.
Could you imagine if that was a mad team match? He'd have threw the chair across the room.
Oh, I'd have threw the chair through the telly. That would have been
Nobody would have been safe from that pop-off.
I tell you what, Cheetah is a Madsen character. Can you imagine that nutcase playing Cheetah?
Oh.
Power girl.
No, Batman. Don't do Batman.
Cheetah.
Don't do Batman.
Oh,
Well, yeah, like Supergirl's a good character, but when you look at every single time she does her best string into a thing, you can full combo punish, and a top player on average will punish you more than they don't. It becomes one of those things where you're thinking, why is there a gap there? If there wasn't as much of a gap there, maybe she'd be a lot more. I don't know, viable is the word, but she'd be a lot better. Oh my god, my execution. That was the input bug why I did that down back 2 there. Oh, NRS. If you do the command grab too fast, it doesn't do the inputs right. I thought you'd try that.
I think as well, I said one way I suppose I would look at it as well is just without her gap success, if they helped her out on the zoning front. You know, I think especially a low laser has pretty bad recovery as well, doesn't it?
If you play Wonder Woman against Supergirl, you will realise that Supergirl's zoning is pretty good by its own merits. The issue is you've got characters like Superman that have what I'd like to call brain dead zoning, which they're sort of like the beam. You don't have to direct it, you don't have to aim it. Although her zoning is fast, she still has to think about, is she doing an anti-aerial option, is she doing an anti-ground one, is she doing the close laser? And because of that, you know, characters like Superman, why not just pick Superman, have better frames up close, not have punishable gaps, have better zoning, because let's be honest, Superman does have better zoning, does more damage, especially with trade, and, you know, he's also got ridiculous damage. So it's not so much that Supergirl's terrible, because let's be honest, if the roster didn't have these Injustice 1 Titans, you know, she'd be pretty decent character. It's more the fact that there's just better options at the moment. So I really massively respect Jack Mage for sticking with her, because she isn't an easy character to pilot. And he's obviously, you know, just trying his best to make her work.
I think Jack Mage, if somebody in the chat can confirm, Riz, if you can hear us, I think Jack Mage also plays Cheetah.
Well, that'd be interesting to know. I mean, he's not.
I don't know if he plays a lot, but
he's not done anything that I would say would expose the Cheetah matchup, but he's also not played terrible, which would suggest that he might have some matchup knowledge, but just playing the character doesn't mean you can play against it. If I play against the Cheetah, I'm not used to having to do it, so it would be really interesting to know, actually, from himself, if he actually does know the matchup well, or understands Cheetah's sort of offense options and defense options. I'm literally just trying to land that. I've been trying to do that for ages, just to chip him out.
I think it's either him or someone from his team. I'm sure you know I don't know how you pronounce it, is it AUPIF or AUPIF or...
Right, okay. I'm not too sure who that is.
One of them plays Cheetah. It might be him, it might not be him.
Pardon me. To be honest, I've not seen too many Cheetah players anywhere that actually play her at the beyond perfect level. I'm trying to get there myself,
Yeah.
Where you're not just flying around the screen and, you know, just doing... There's so many of them that do these strings and they're so unsafe. They're not even just unsafe, they're like Supergirl where there's just huge gaps where you can just down one punish out. So to get to the level where you know, you're not doing random dive kicks that, you know... Can you see how he's not reacting to the actual jump forward? He's just doing it because he thinks... And it's just time, I suppose. I'd block that. I'd block that. I think it's just time, really, and getting used to Cheetah. I see. I should have done back to command grab there. Nice down suit. Using the full streams there, I like it. Interesting how it's actually starting to lag now. I don't know if that's me or not. Oh, I just flipped me toes.
Again, thank you very much for stepping into the breach. Bit of commentary, but commentating your own match, I mean, that's what a pro.
I know. Next level. Next level. Not that I'm doing a good job at it. I've got nothing to contest that move actually that he's doing.
Well, I think it's, you know, I hear people saying it's one of those things, isn't it? If you don't get punished or plus, or if the other person doesn't have an option, then, you know, keep doing it.
You keep doing it, yeah, you never stop doing it.
Absolutely.
Has Cabal turned into Punk? Sadly not. Cabal has the worst internet EU.
Aye, Cabal. I'm not gonna rip into his connection anymore because
Plus on width.
I don't want Cabal to think I've got an agenda. But,
I can't believe that crossed up like that. So ambiguous. So yeah, this is Cheetah in a nutshell. It either goes really well for her or you don't get any look in and kind of doesn't, but that's okay for a character to be like that. And obviously there's so many more things I could be doing better as well to increase
Cheetah,
my chances of winning.
Girl.
are you going to versus fighting, by the way?
Fighters approaching Red Sun Prison.
I will be trying my best to.
Right.
People might not know this, but
Oh yeah,
I'm due
yeah.
to have my son being born within the next week or two.
Oh,
So it's everything. Yeah, everything's a lot up in the air. But you know, it's only 2 days, and it's quite nearby, being in Birmingham. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping to be able to go. I mean, I went there last year and it was brilliant. So
I was going to
we'll
ask
see.
you if you're all prepared for baby coming, but it's one of those really things you don't really know if you're prepared until it actually happens.
I don't think you'll ever be prepared. So I'm just gonna take one day at a time and see how it goes.
Is this your first, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
my first. So. Oh, I didn't need to do that. So I'm just trying to condition him right now with standing 2. As long as he's not anti-airing me, I'm just free to do whatever I want. I'm not to say he's doing a bad job of it. I need to get used to that. I didn't know that was plus on with. It's not that he's not anti-airing me well, it's just very difficult to anti-air Cheetah.
I think it is a mix within a mix itself, isn't it? Because, again, you know, like
She
Grod's
can
leap,
do dive kick as well.
yeah, she can vary her leap, she can vary her options from leap. You can't anti-air it, but at the same time you do sort of have to get it into your head that you can't keep commit to doing it because she can just as easily blow you up for trying.
So, in fact, this is one of the things I was about to say. She actually has one of the best wake-up... This is how crazy how hard this matchup is for Supergirl in the neutral. She has one of the best wake-ups in the game against Cheetah. Yeah, even though she has one of the best wake-ups, it's still, like, in Cheetah's favour, because Cheetah relies on Oki massively. It's like 100% like, she knocks you down with down 3, and then it's, you know, what's the mix? And against some characters, can you see how he made one mistake there? Probably gonna... Nice block there on that, and he punished. That was a punish on the down 3 that I did. Gonna backdash out there. Start changing my wake up. I've been doing a lot of delayed wake up and normal wake up, so I'm gonna Oh,
That's
I tried to
down
get
one,
the gap
man.
there, because that's not real. I tried to get the gap, but... Because none of this is real that he's doing now, this is just all fake pressure. Look at that. That jump didn't cross up, but then the strings after it did. Oh, it's a really difficult link. It's really difficult link into forward 3, but I'm kind of used to it. I love Cheetah.
Don't take this the wrong way, but she doesn't seem like a Ponkster character.
Is there a character in this game like that is a Ponkster character? Like Cyborg's just. I don't zone. Like, this is what people don't realize. I am not a zoner, but I like setups. So Cyborg, he's so bad that you kind of have to do these instant air fireballs constantly. So he's not my character. Then you've got Red Hood, who you think, you know, that's a Ponkster character, but I find him so boring. Like, you literally just walk him back and, you know... I wouldn't say
Red Hood's a Ponkster character. I do know what you mean, though. He is...
If you can find me a character, then awesome, but for now, I'm not
quite
too sure.
dry, isn't he? Red Hood, he's a bit...
But Cheetah definitely doesn't have too much to lab.
Try to think, you know, characters...
Nice counter poke there. I don't know whether that was mashing, but definitely a good counter poke.
Actually, Delphine is kind of right, and if it wasn't for the fact, Joker is sort of a Ponkster character.
I'm not too keen on him as a character, but I mean, in terms of playstyle and stuff, yeah, Joker definitely.
Joker is a Ponkster character. Darkseid, in a way.
If I had access, I mean, I do actually have. If I just got me Wise Disc and Injustice, I have Darkseid, but I'm still too lazy to just, you know, grab it off her. But yeah, Darkseid's. Oh my god, that hit me.
Darkseid is definitely a Ponkster character, I would say.
Wow.
He's got horrendous buttons, but great setup, great mix. Infuriating
Brainiac
mix
as well, I would say, is probably a character for me.
Yeah.
But again, Brainiac, I don't like him. I don't like his look. So I mean, there's going to be quite a bit. Well, he's mashing now. He might be getting a bit frustrated here.
Yeah.
I can definitely see a little bit of mash coming through.
Oh.
I wanted to meet him in that free, so he couldn't do that. That's one of the flaws to Cheetah for sure. I can't get up here either in the corner. I went for dash forward there. This is a wrap.
Black Adam? Cabal Sen?
Definitely not. No. Definitely not. 100% not. Can't stand that character. Well, that was nice.
I'm trying to find my bits at the moment after the Grod Dream died, so... Or at least until the fix.
I've decided, Dalf, I'm not that bothered about Injustice in its current state. And what I mean by that is, I love the game, I enjoy playing it, especially when I'm playing the more balanced part of the roster, but a lot of people, especially the competitive community, you know, they have to play these characters that will compete, and it's not fun.
Cheetah.
So I'm not too bothered at the moment. Not too bothered about like picking up other characters and stuff. I've got Tekken as well, which I'm really enjoying. Trying to sort of level up my knowledge on that.
Speaking of Ponkster characters, Captain Cole.
Yeah, I've been in the lab with Captain Cole.
If you know, depending on whatever one takes advantage.
And I definitely will be looking at.
If he gets a bit of help.
Oh, he's not blocking. He's not blocking.
Oh, he's on tilt. He is
the Cheetah mix.
Oh, this is horrendous.
Oh dear. He's like, my face. Where's my health gone? And that's what Cheetah can do, really. But I mean, most of that was punishable that I just did. He just, you know. Yeah, there it is. He's not reacting to what I'm actually doing. Yeah.
She can
He's
tilt you a lot though,
just-
I mean that's...
Oh yeah, like I'm not saying it's easy to defend against. I can defend against it, but there are players out there that are good enough to,
Yeah.
you know, deal with this kind of pressure. Definitely, you know, top level players.
Oh, nice use of the interaction. Very clean.
I did that to just get away from that horrible mix that she was about to do to me. There it is, there's that wake up. See, a lot of characters can't really stop the cross up from Cheetah after a down 3 if you do it right. Oh, I tried to meet him in the air. Didn't work out as I planned. Nice. I'll have to lab that actually. I thought I could just jump and do that, but clearly not. Oh no!
Wow!
There was like a thing where I just wanted to meter burn forward 3, but it didn't block the actual meter burn bit. He's gonna take a bar now. I'm gonna be sad.
Oh.
I actually don't want to be in the. Funny enough, I don't want to be in the corner against Supergirl
No.
because she actually mops me on knockdown because my wake up doesn't work.
I've been called brash before.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Delphinate's actually got an extremely good Swamp Thing. And if people don't realise that the thing about Swamp Thing, and this is the catch-22 about that character, you can keep him out, but if you don't have the tools to keep him out, he has got the tools to mix you and do an incredible amount of damage in doing so. So that's one of those characters to look out for, Swamp Thing, in the future if they do make changes to the roster, because he's got an invincible +1 block wake up, which he can choose not to meter burn as well if he feels like you're not going in. He can choose to meter burn if he feels like you're getting a bit too close. Just like a bit of a wake up option select. He's also just got a normal wake up, which is a charge. Is that one invincible yet? You mean you've played the character quite a lot, I believe.
That is
the advanced.
the charge. No.
Is it? So it's not invincible on the charge. But having said that, if you're going for an invincible wake up, you've got the tree anyway if you think they're too close, which stops people. I mean, that's another thing why something does well against you in the matchup is she can't jump on him on his wake up, and it's one of her it's one of her shines.
Yeah.
Even in the neutral, the Swamp Thing standing 1 is actually a godlike anti-air.
Aye. Swamp Thing.
Oh, that was a brave challenge.
I mean, that's a lot of people talk about Swamp Thing as if he's bottom tier, but I mean, in this game, sorry, let me rephrase that. He is bottom tier. He does have
for sure.
some good things. So, as I've said numerous times, he's standing 1 and 1-1 string is possibly a top 5 anti-air in this game. You cannot jump in that man. Do not jump, he will win. His footsie range, you know, with standing 3, down 3, standing 3 and down 3 also both hit twice, so they do armor break. His forward 2, you know, the ones where he spins the back down and just whacks you with a club, has exceptionally good range. And also gives him a 50-50 after it. You know, with the... It is a... I don't know, it is sort of fuzzyable, I think you can react to the log. But he does have options.
These command grabs are OD right now.
One thing I will say about Swamp Thing as well, I think the green thumb is probably one of the better command grabs in the game. Especially in the corner. Oh wow.
Well, somebody needs to lab that. Somebody needs to lab that interactable setup. That was sick. Is he going to restand me?
Jesus.
Oh my god,
beautiful.
this is horrible.
Oh, here we go.
Rip me. I'm breaking.
Yeah.
I've got to break.
I'm out.
It's over. Like, he gets me in the corner and I have to block across up or dash out on a raid. It's horrible. And I imagine that's for a lot of characters actually. Supergirl's actually one of the best corner characters, I think, if she can keep a character there. Yeah, I've seen that before. Plus on whiff stuff.
I think that's, again, talking about the corner, Swamp Thing's corner game is no joke.
Yeah, because he can avoid
no joke.
He can avoid a lot of wake ups by. Oh, that's still punished me. Rip me. Drop. Supergirl damage bad? No, not that
bad. But the problem being, you know, Swamp Thing is the ultimate circumstantial character. Where if you're not in the corner, then you know you can beat him free.
But No, but that's not true. That's just character dependent.
Cheetah.
That's not true. Swamp Thing's got great normals, absolutely fantastic normals for contesting space. The problem is the meta of Injustice and how they've made the game is there's too much screen space, and it's too easy to just keep going projectile, 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 meter burn, projectile, 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 projectile. And that's one of the problems. Like in a fist fight with Cheetah, who's supposed to be a rushdown god. Swamp Thing is, outside of, forward 3, meter burn, forward 3, which are her best tools, it's very difficult for Cheetah to hit Swamp Thing before he hits her. He's got, his forward 2, is it? The big club mid that he has. It's just an excellent tool. Let's not, I'm not going to overhype it too much. It's not like Green Lantern's back 1 or anything, but it's still very, very strong.
Yeah, he's got decent footsie range, but I mean, look at us.
You just don't want him near you.
Aye, look at.
You do not want him there,
Aye, look at.
Is he doing that on purpose? I thought he was doing an input error, but I think he's actually push blocking me in the corner on purpose, which is smart. I wish I could push block him, but I'm just gonna eat a. Okay.
Well, again,
that's fine.
Just to clarify, it is showing 60 ping between me and Lordrak. This is not. I did not set up anyone, specifically Cabal, to get memed.
Again, he's not teleported yet, and I'd really like to see him react to stuff with teleport.
I think that's more of a. I mean, I don't play Supergirl, but I think the last thing, it sounds stupid, but the last thing I would do against Cheetah probably is teleport.
Nice blocks.
Is that I do find if you get tilted by Cheetah, you're hit. Do you know what I mean? You lose a matchup, in my opinion. If she's got you on tilt and you lose your thinking, then game over.
It's not about doing random teleports. It's just about, she's got the tool. It's a pretty damn strong tool. You need to. I didn't want to forward 3 there just in case he did the rollout. Could have probably punished me. You need to show that you have the tools. Even the best players, Foxy, stuff like that, they will still roll on Melina, even if it's just a random roll in the neutral. But they won't do it often, but they'll just do it just to say, look, I do have this tool, and I'm not afraid to use it. And then you don't use it, and that's where you buy yourself, extra sort of stuff in the neutral that can help you in the end. Because, oh my god, this random down 2 wake up.
As for the score, I'm not actually sure. I think it's 871 of you, I think, but we'll find out after the match. It does tell you.
I've not been commentating. I've just been, sharing my thoughts. Hey, Mr. Douglas, how's it going? I see there's some true talent emotes in chat. Are we that Hollywood that we're getting true talent?
True talent,
sort of spectators in our chat. What is the score? It's 8. I've won 8. I've won 8. So
8.
He was on 3 or something before I even joined.
Now aye.
It's 8-4. Okay.
Aye. You've lost 4. He's won. He was what 2 or 3-1 on Cabal.
I can't remember. It's not that important. We'll just say it's 8-4.
How much am I compensating Cabal? I'll buy you a new router because I think you need it.
Yeah, this is the thing about Cheetah, and this is why you see some Cheetah players do well in tournament. It doesn't matter how bad the matchup is. It doesn't matter how good you are. She can meme you, tilt you, and win games because that's just her toolkit. It's just how it is. I'm never going to stop jumping with her because, it's like I have to. I have no other tools. I don't have, a tentacle that goes full screen. I don't have any specials that I can use mid-screen other than the lunge. Yeah. So it's kind of how she plays. It's a little bit ugly. Oh, he's abusing stuff now. This is like playing Deadshot.
Well, it's a bit like
these unblockable interactables.
It's sort of like Sub-Zero and MKX, isn't it? A Grandmaster Sub-Zero when, a lot of people did cloning in neutral, and you would kind of think, well, why aren't you playing neutral? And then you realise, well, that is his neutral. And it is sort of the same with Cheetah's Leap, isn't it? It's like, play a bit more neutral. It's like, well, what neutral? That is it. I need a leap.
This is all I can do.
Aye.
I can't believe that punishes that. I'll have to be careful. I should have down 2 there. It was in my brain, but it didn't come out. I wonder if I can actually clean punish that. Oh my god.
Down
I'm
1,
triggered right now.
the range on that thing.
I can't do anything to stop him from just checking me with that move. I'd
So
have
it
to
beats
whiff
out,
punish it.
aye, it confidently beats Cheetah's down 3 as well, isn't it? Which is a
Yeah.
huge thing for her. Oh, nice.
And there's the wake up.
Power Girl wins.
Play solid, anti-error, keep walking back, never go to her, you never go to Cheetah, react to her dash ups, so make sure that, because it's a 12 frame dash, so if she's dashing into you, or it's even slower if she's jumping, but if she dashes forward and then does a normal, down 3 is at least 20 frames for you to react to, so just make sure you've got a normal on deck to check that and always be checking it, even if it's down 2. You know, if you see Cheetah do any kind of movement at all, if you just want to whiff down 2 in this game, I've got nothing to whiff punish it with. I have no advancing normals, so it's a viable strategy. Try not to get memed out by forward 3 as well. It is a very good normal, but there are ways against. Can you see how he's just not anti-ad me this game? Not through any fault of his own. You know, it's just lol Cheetah lol, and look at the difference. How did that not punish? I need to do, you can do back 2 into command grab there to punish that before she hits the floor, but I didn't do it. Oh, he's trying to meme me right now with some raggo dash setups.
Oh, down 1, frost press, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, back in bounds.
She kind of has to do, you know, whatever to win.
But I mean, she is. There are some characters where, you know, poke into poke is a legit strategy, Scarecrow being one. You know what I mean, if you're not abusing that down 1 with Scarecrow, I'm sorry, you're not playing Scarecrow.
So this is another thing that I'm not too sure about. I don't have too much experience against high level Scarecrow, but what I do know is he's not a bad character, but Cheetah also doesn't do badly against him. It's a very strange matchup. I thought she got bodied by him, but I've not actually lost to an EU Scarecrow player yet.
Yes.
So it's one of those things where I'm really not too sure how the matchup goes. But you know, it's one of those things that you just got different level of players. Some players are obviously better than others, so I'm just waiting to come across one where I'm like, oh god, this feels impossible.
Well, with Scarecrow, it's like. Well, when this game came out, you know, I mean, you'll remember that the general consensus was that Scarecrow was potentially bottom 10 or bottom 5. And was considered, you know, especially one of the biggest victims to zoning in the game. And, you know, now that the game has kind of went on, the general consensus is now that Scarecrow could be potentially top 10. Or top 15, certainly top 15, but potentially top 10.
Ah, that wake up. No, I wanted high command grab.
And
no!
One
punished.
thing that I always felt was that, you know, as a doctor, to someone that plays Dr. Fate, I actually thought that Scarecrow beat Fate. And again, I was kind of looking at it going, how is the general consensus? Is that the Scarecrow gets bodied off this character? And I'm kind of looking at it going, I actually think it's the opposite. And I came across it on TYM, you know, and in YouTube, where Peanut and White Boy were playing, and the two of them actually kind of said, you know, we actually feel that Scarecrow wins this match comfortably. So I'm kind of going, well, where did this idea come from that this character can be zoned out? If, you know, these people are saying, and I mean, I'm not a top player, you know, I'm not suggesting anything of the sort, but I was certainly kind of sitting there going, I don't think he gets zoned out at all. I actually think he can deal with zoning fairly well. So
I feel like it's the same thing with all things in these fighting games, where people are happy to downplay their character, people are happy to say, no, these are my weaknesses, these aren't my strengths. They won't go on about their strengths, they'll only go on about their weaknesses. And because of that, they blind themselves to their own character's power, and it's not until somebody comes along like White Boy and goes, actually, I'm using my strengths here and trying to like cover up as many weaknesses as I can, that people actually go, hang on a minute, this is how you play this character. So whenever I talk to someone in the character discussion, like, there's no way my character's not bottom 5, or there's no way this, no way. It's just like, well, there can be a way. Like, you don't know yet. It's too early in the game's life. The biggest example is Tremor with Reza. Tremor's trash, never played in NA, yet Reza's dominating EU. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's just all about playing, committing yourself to a character, even if it is not too great in certain matchups. Just stick with it, you know? You don't know how bad it is. Maybe somebody else will come. Like, Revet Leafing was the #1 cheater on leaderboards the other day. Now, that's Cheetah. So, you know, it's one of those things where, is Cheetah really that bad, or are we all just playing her wrong? We don't know yet, because Revet Leafing's not sort of showing too much footage or doing too much to actually tell us how to play her. So I have no idea how Cheetah's supposed to be played. We're just sort of trying what we can. But I also believe it's also not just people just looking at Scarecrow's weaknesses, getting like too quick to jump to the conclusion about the matches, but it's also him getting an invincible wake up was a huge buff.
Yeah. I think
it was a huge buff. Much bigger than people realise.
Aye. I like what you kind of said there as well, and I think it's not just in this game, but certainly in MKX and Justice 1 and MK9, where people are far too keen on to kind of focus on what their character can do. So, like, for example,
my character can't do this, my character can't do this now. It's just, this is a little bit of a polar game. So when a Swamp Thing player says, look, Swamp Thing's bad, a lot of them will go, well, no, actually, my character's really good. I just can't show off, you know, what my character's good at.
Yeah.
I can't do it, you know. There's nothing I can do to get in on these characters, and it's true, you know, Swamp Thing actually just can't show off his toolkit. But if you play a character where he can, it's like, actually, this character's really good. He's got some really good tools. He's got a really good design. I
think Captain Cold is probably the biggest example of that, isn't it?
Yeah, you just can't get his trait going. But you've got players like Irish Mantis who are, you know, kind of labbing him up, trying to figure him out, and trying to say, you know, this character's actually, you know, let's try and play him a little bit different. Let's you know, we had a tweet today saying, instead of doing, you know, X, Y, and Z, let's, you know, instead of just going for damage on combos, I can actually build a full bar trait on a combo by sacrificing damage. Now, is that how you play Cold? You know, is that the best way?
Well, I know what you can do. You know, from my limited experience, he's got 2 enders where he can actually cancel into trait. The 1-2-2 and the back 2-3-2. In my opinion, again, I'm not a high level player, I'm not an expert, I think Cold really comes alive when his trait comes into play. And in the corner. The problem being is, again, 1, getting them to the corner, and 2, bringing the trait alive. Outside of that, he doesn't really have much to offer, in my opinion. But yeah, I certainly think, you know, rather than going for the big damage, I think Mantis is right. I think if you...
But he gets his damage from his trait, so it'd be really interesting. I tried to go over that. It'd be really interesting to know.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are just too quick. Like, you look at this match with me and Lordrak now, he's obviously a lot more toned to anti-air in Cheetah. He's trying to figure out where he's going. If he was to go off Cheetah versus Supergirl for the first 5 games, you'd be like, oh my god, Cheetah dominates, you know, Supergirl. But when you actually break it down and sit back and go, hang on a minute, you know, what are my options? It's a lot easier to go, hang on a minute, I can do all these specials that Cheetah can do nothing about. She can't counter them. And it's actually a lot easier. Now it's my job now to turn around and go, actually, this stuff you're doing, I can do this against. And I'm figuring it out right now. I'm like, how do I stop him from just checking me with the shoulder and, you know, doing all these normals and doing this air laser? So it's honestly really tricky. It's also a massive conditioning thing with Cheetah as well, where I have to just make... Oh, that was full punish, wasn't it? I have to make all these guesses in the neutral with command grabs, because they're not mid. Like, Scarecrow just goes for a mid command grab, and whether you on hit or... on block, he's not bothered whether you're standing up or sitting down, but she has to know, like, she has to condition you to not do that sort of thing. Look, Supergirl can just walk back here, very difficult for she to get in, and then she's got an amazing wake up. And if and it'll get to the point where I start respecting his wake up and stop jumping, and he'll start waking up with down 1. Oh my god.
One's unblockable. Oh, power character. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching his.
Dolphiny is asking who has the best trait in the game. Batman.
Batman has the best trait in the game.
Not
It's the
even
only
a
trait in the
question.
game that can punish, punish taking throws and keeps him safe. And it basically turns him from like a pressure character to A-list Cage.
Yep.
You know, he jails on everything.
If we're talking, you know, for argument's sake, if I'm talking which new character has the best trait.
Oh my god.
Let me think.
The best potential trait's Captain Cold, I believe, like potential-wise. Oh my god, I hate that. That's not supposed to do that.
I'll tell you what though, he's not a new character, but Cyborg's new trait is very good.
Yeah.
Best trait Aquaman, of course.
Oh my god, I didn't punish that. So
best
bad.
New trait is Atrocitus, I would say. Dexter, yeah. That character goes from straight up being good to downright monstrous when that thing comes out. So.
Yeah. Poison Ivy's trait's not that great.
It's okay. She's a bit of a... She's kind of turned into a bit of a bill. She was one of those ones that was revered quite highly. I actually revered her quite highly, I will admit. I'm not going to stand here and deny it. I did think really highly of her, but I think as the game has went on,
Cheetah,
if you can stop her zoning, and believe you me, it is very easy to stop her zoning, she's got nothing. She has nothing. But one matchup she does actually do very well in is Aquaman. So that is also worth knowing as well.
Yeah. I feel like Poison Ivy not having an anti-air in this game when characters can jump so free is going to be a massive problem for her. Yeah. So let's see if I can adjust now. He's one game from taking this, so I'm going to try and adjust, completely change my playstyle. I still got to jump because I'm Cheetah, but I'm going to try and stop all the sort of jumping into his wake-ups and see if I can actually start punishing them. I knew he was going to do that, but I was indecisive. But as you can see, like, Cheetah really has no way of safely getting in against these characters without dashing. But when you dash, you're negative as Cheetah. What he's going to do is... oh my god.
Get the chip. That's just 3 damage. Oh, is he going to break? No. Oh, wow.
I smell your blood.
I'm taking this.
I tell you what, I would have... I mean, it's only a casual game, but I would have classed that.
Needs to change as well. Every time I get a jumping anti-air, I face the wrong way.
I think we made him angry.
Again, all this pressure that he's doing is like if I was playing a character that could punish, because I don't have a 6-frame down 1, I can just punish it. It doesn't exist. But the character looks pretty decent in this matchup, in that regard.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You fight like a human.
I tell you whose trait is a total bill though. Is Grodd.
You think so?
100%.
I don't know. I think he's got a good trait.
Total bill of goods.
Punish, yeah.
What's up with blocking?
Oh my god, even that blocks it. So now he's just abusing it, because he knows, like, complete abusal of the, GG. I'm still winning this. No, I'm not.
Oh, and the jump.
Not much I can do there. Again, it's just one of those things where this is why people don't think Supergirl's good, because she has got this glaring weakness, but her pressure's not too bad. Yeah, good GG's, Lordrak. Well, in actual fact, if a character can't, you know, go, oh, here's 40% for trying, nice go, she just goes down one ice breath, down one this, back one two ice breath, and it's one of those things. Very tricky indeed.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the impromptu Cheetah play. Well, first of all,
That's
impromptu
fine,
commentary, and then impromptu Cheetah play. You know, again, you don't see a lot of Cheetah, so it is. You know, if this goes on YouTube, you know what I mean, hopefully someone somewhere, and again, it's not as if I expect lots of views, not at all, but if someone learns something, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
again, someone might look at
Lordrak
Supergirl thing and go, do you know what, I can actually do something there and I didn't realise it, or they might look at something and say, do you know what, I didn't think that was ever legit, but it turns out it might actually be legit, so I'm not going to do anything. But that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's constant pressure. The things that I could have been doing different there, obviously other than just playing better, making better command grab reads and things like that, is meter burn roll more. I mean, I had a lot of meter, and I'm really bad at meter burn rolling. So there's one thing that I definitely could have done a lot better. However, I do believe that Supergirl, if you play it smart, you play patient, you just down to not when she does any movement, but when she's going, you know, she's doing a lunge or she's jumping towards you. Cheetah can't really whiff punish it too well. Like, you'd have to really colossally mess up to get whiff punished by her.
Yeah.
And just use your range as your advantage against Cheetah, because Cheetah doesn't have any range. Yeah. Block forward 3, because it's 30 frames, it's really reactable. And that's it really, but it's not to say you'll just win every time against Cheetah, because she's got so much power. You know, one mistake from you and bang, it's over, but that's just how she is. The other thing that Lordrak started doing towards the end was every time he jumped in the air, he did a straight laser, which is the one that just fires straight across the screen. What that means to Supergirl is she can jump, like, backwards or whatever, do the straight laser, and it means she's pretty much immune to any air-to-air attempts from Cheetah, which is really important, because Cheetah gets a lot of damage from just flying across the screen. You jump, and then she hits you, and it's, you know, full combo. So doing the straight laser basically, it's like a gouge or free card of, I've got this part of my neutral covered, I can jump, straight laser, she's not coming at me now, and then I can go from there and just try and control her, trying to put Cheetah in a box sort of thing, just keep her out.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. There is, anyone that is listening, there is going to be another first to 10 on Friday. So we'll get Delphine against Baylight, which is most likely going to be Swamp Thing versus the Flash.
So what do you think about that matchup?
I think that is one matchup where Swamp Thing could potentially do well.
Interesting.
I think it's a battle of neutral Flash versus no neutral, isn't it?
I think Flash is the best up close character in the game.
Yeah.
Hands down. And I believe that anyone, if there's a character that can't keep Flash out for free, which is a lot of the roster, which is why everybody says he's so bad, I feel like if you are good at him and you know how to do all these cancels and you know how to pressure with him, and the mind game that comes with the pressure, because he has got some of the most ridiculous mind games with his strings, it's kind of unreal. You can get bodied. However, having said that, you can also sort of contest him. He doesn't have the best range. His jump one's stupid. It's as bad as Batman's, to be honest. He just doesn't have the cross-up potential. But literally, he can jump off the floor, hit jump one, and it will be active until he hits the floor again. And against a character that's not trying to keep him out, is trying to brawl with him, it shuts a lot of options down, actually. So I'd like to see Flash players do that, but I guess we'll find out on Friday, see what Baylight does against Swamp Thing, see what the matchup is like.
It's an interesting matchup. I mean, the two of them do have other characters. I would imagine to begin with, they both will go with the mains. Delphine also does play Aquaman, and I think a bit of Scarecrow as well. You can correct me if I'm wrong there.
I think Scarecrow would do better than Swamp Thing, personally, against the Flash, for sure. For absolute sure.
And Baylight
It's going to be sound weird saying this, but Swamp Thing's going to try and zone Flash.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think
his
he's going to
normals,
try and
yeah.
zone in with normals, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if Flash gets in, it's plus into unreactable 50-50s, and you can even stagger the unreactable 50-50s into either a cancel, no cancel, or the little kick, which has like a little bit of a gap between until it happens, and it's a massive mind game, huge mind game of when to poke out.
And Bailey's other character is, well, is Batman.
Well, if you pick Batman against Swamp Thing, then I'd expect Alphanate to quickly switch to Aquaman, because Aquaman actually does beat Batman. Also, the Batman players would tell you anyway. They're happy to tell you any of the losing matchups. Batman gets beat by 2 characters.
It could go, I'm going to use air quotations so no one blows me up, but it could go from low tier, again I'm using air quotes because of course we all actually believe that Flash is low tier, to a top tier matchup.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm not too sure. Flash is one of those characters that's low tier in the middle of the screen, but as soon as he puts you in the corner, he is the best character in the game, like hands down. I played against Happy Powers Flash, and the guy's, you know, he's working hard in his Flash, he's got a fantastic Flash. When he's got trait up, he puts so much gravity, you stand up instantly when the combo ends. You literally have, you have to be mashing during the combo just to get a wake up window, because the gravity is just so strong, and he just gets you up, and then it's a 50-50 cross up as soon as you stand up. And then your health's gone, and you're like, what's happened?
50-50,
if you think your
plus frames,
like,
restand.
Swamp Thing's good in the corner. Swamp Thing's pretty good in the corner, but you know, the log is punishable if you block it. You know, the Flash is like, nah, hold all this. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, I want to see what I played Baylight's Flash, and obviously this was a few weeks ago now, probably even a month ago. So it'd be quite interesting to see how he's developed the Flash. I do believe he plays with Happy as well, so I'm sure they've been sharing some tech.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know, again, thank you for stepping in, and everyone, I'll hopefully see most of you on Friday.
Yeah, for sure. See you then, and take care, guys.